Oh dear. I don't know what's happening on my show. Oh dear. Oh my God. Hold on. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stay Woke or Not. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This is Dahlia, your host for Music Mondays, but I'm also accompanied with some other folk. Here tonight, I'll be sure to introduce. You know who he is. Come on, I know you do. Go on, say it. Mick Familiar.
What's good, y'all? It's Mike Familiar here, rapper, producer, enthusiast of things and stuff. Very big on those things and stuff. A connoisseur of those stuff. Anyway, our other co-host we'll introduce is Irek Savage. Tell us about yourself, Irek.
Y'all know what time it is. You're muted, bro. You're muted.
Still muted.
You're still muted.
God dang it. Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
It's Irek Savage, you know what I'm saying? Rapper, you know what I'm saying? Producer, you know what I'm saying? Engineer, you know what I'm saying? Avid xenomorph collector. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm done.
That checks all the boxes.
You heard what he said, right? All right, if you guys are here, be sure to comment and share the stream because we are getting ready for the main event. Actually, are you guys ready to introduce them, or should I say what I gotta say?
Say what you gotta say.
Spit your piece.
Spit your piece. Okay, I love the fact that we have this soul, funk, meets, smacks, hip-hop, rap consciously. I dig it. I find it very intriguing. In which case, let's introduce the man.
Hey. What's up, everybody?
What's good?
All right, welcome to Stay Woke or Not. All right, we've got Moses the poet.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yo.
Soundboard on this show because we're a startup and we can do it ourselves.
all about the grassroots local economy, baby. Let's go.
All right. Let's see. Tell us. Okay, I'll just jump in the first question. What does mother tongue mean?
Yeah, that's a fun one, you know. So like all the hip hop heads out there know about native tongue, you know, that idea of like anybody's hitting some hot lines is hitting from that native tongue, this higher energy, this other etheric thing that we're all channels for, that we try to be channels for, you know. So and then if you look in the scientific kind of like Darwinian ways, the very first language any animal speaks that gets fed by their mother is that mother tongue. The first time I need food, the first time an animal asks for food, that is using in essence the mother tongue. So you know, it's got a little bit of dual levels going on there, and you know, we use that one spelling as a one word because there's already a mother tongue properly spelled. There's like 10 of those. So we switched up the spelling a little bit too. I thought it was a little bit more flavorful myself. That was the way I wanted to spell from the beginning, and we finally moved to that about a year ago. So.
Okay. And then which song would you want us to hear first to introduce you to our audience?
Yeah, let's see. What are you pulling from right now?
Spotify.
Word. I think the one that has the best critical success so far is Far From Sober.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was listening to that one today.
Yeah, that one's real cool, like reggae out kind of vibe. And then our most two recent ones, Cover Your Mouth is very topical for the pandemic, and then Come Down is just this like kind of cool psychedelic feel. So, I mean, those would be my top three. So it sounds like he's familiar with Far From Sober, so maybe that one.
All right, let's do it. If you guys could just mic your mics, or, you know what I mean. Middle, can you do that? Irek, why are you muted, bro? I did not mute you. What is the deal?
I wasn't saying anything.
All right, everybody, if you could just mute your mic, please. Let's do Far From Sober over here.
It's creeping up on me, babe. I'm feeling sober. Last call it came and it went. This party's over. I feel it giving me chills on my fingers. I wonder how long this buzz can really linger. What this is creeping up, hit represents up enough to join the noise alone. Another line to wrap my mind. Could it be more Molly time? Roll all night until we find another party buzz to try. Shit's being buzzed by. Those who don't let red eyes fly. Oh, you or yours, oh, me or mine. I know it's best that we deny. They see your eyes. Oh, so wide awake. Oh, yeah, I see what mother tongue has done me. Go buy illegal groceries. To be to show yo. I feel it creeping up on me, baby. What you got for me? I feel it creeping up on me. I feel it creeping up on me, baby. Take this drink with me. I feel it creeping up on me. It's creeping up on me, babe. Feeling sober. This call it came and it went. This party's over. I feel it giving me chills on my fingers. I wonder how long this buzz can really linger. How can I believe the party's over? Now I see I never tease up. Can you feel it creeping over the shoulder? How it feels the buzz leaves me cold. Sad clown can't drown no matter how much he drinks. No matter how much he drinks. Soberness never leaves. Which makes me think I might be on the brink. I feel it creeping up on me, baby. What you got for me? I feel it creeping up on me. I feel it creeping up on me, baby. Take this drink with me. I feel it creeping up on me.
Mick, I need you, man. All right, do the goose neck. This is me. Y'all can take the strings. Fuck the strings.
It's creeping up on me, babe. I'm far from sober. Last call it came and it went. This party's over. I feel it giving me chills on my fingers. I wonder how long this buzz can really linger. This party's over. This party's over.
Yo, everybody, that was Mother Tongue with the Far From Sober. I mean, what the fuck is sober, really?
Right, yeah. We wrote that one to be a pretty, kind of a party jam. When we describe ourselves mother tongue, there's hip hop. We cover fucking Bill Withers. We cover Rage Against the Machine. Then we have mostly original music, right? So it all falls in different sound genres. So we just kind of say we're a party funk band with hip hop, And so that's like a good party ballad right there. I start the first verse talking about, just all the different types of ways to get high, ways to get far from sober, right? So I say, another joint anoints my lungs, another line to write my mind. Could it be more Molly time? Roll all night until we find another party buzz to try. So like I move on. That's my personal progression really through through the different drugs I've tried, another party buzz to try is you referring to acid or really psilocybin, because I really believe in mushrooms deeply, deeply, deeply.
Amen.
And amen. They said amen, but no, amen. Hell yeah. So, word, better, yeah. So,
amen.
I talk about, it's being busted by those who don't let red eyes fly. So, with illicit substances, obviously there's always a level of criminality to that, which I'm trying to be on the front edge of decriminalizing that and normalizing all this stuff, because we all know everybody does this shit anyway. So like, what's the fucking difference if I'm getting a prescription from my doctor or from my homie down the street to do the mushrooms? You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe in anyway. So that's kind of what that first verse is about, is trying to wake yourself up by having a good time. Once you start having a good time, you can start being honest with yourself and being more awake, or woke, as some people like to say. And then the second verse is about like kind of the dark side of that, where like, no matter how it ends is, no matter how much I drink, soberness never leaves, right? So like, if you get lost on that path where you're just drinking every night, your normal state is drunk. Your normal state is not sober. And so that's what that second verse. So I have kind of, a dichotomy there, I guess. So.
Oh, I can dig it. Oh, I can dig it. Yeah. Oh, you changed yourself from Iraq to realist?
Oh.
No, I'm not gonna say it. I just read who's on my show now.
You just got that review on a Yelp review or something, or what?
Again, I changed.
Okay, vocal dinosaur, you got anything to be vocal about?
Nah.
Vocaloraptor.
Vocal. It is vocal, not vocal.
No, it'd be more like verbosiraptor. Like verbosity.
There you go. I love verbosity. Is one of my favorite words. I don't know if Nelly's gonna be mad that we said vocal though. You know what I'm saying?
Vocal.
Vocal. Okay, who's ready to take the next question, dudes?
I'll take the question.
The enthusiasm is so overwhelming. God.
Right. I'm not even sure if your eyelids are up right now, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm from Colorado. You know I love that shit.
Who are the members of Mother Tongue, and how did that come together?
Nice. Yeah, that's a fun question, because the cup I'm drinking out of is my Burning Man cup right here. You got pretty lights on the front, and then my Mother Tongue logo next to it. And really,
you have a holographic sticker. I'm jealous. How do I get a holographic sticker?
Yeah, well,
okay.
Send me your addresses, and I'll send you guys some shit. All three of you, no problem. I'd be glad to.
Oh yeah, I gotta send you a sticker.
Please.
I'm not holographic. I'm not holographic or nothing. I'm not hologram, but
Now you know.
Step your game up.
But yeah, so like there's I don't know what happened there. So y'all fairly familiar with the idea of Burning Man, I'm sure, right? So Burning Man also has local burns, right? Smaller burns, regional burns, what we call them. And actually, me and the bassist Rob Gadalian met. It would be 3 years ago in June, almost exactly 3 years ago. And he had this badass camp called Jam Reactor, where it's just this cool little geodesic dome that's about 10 foot tall, set up to be a stage. And you had keys there, guitar, all the stuff to come up and play music. So it was kind of like a jam, an open mic jam kind of setup. And I came up and spit some bars over what they were doing. And they were like, what the fuck? And we got the biggest crowd for live music at the event we were at. So we had a pretty good response. And turns out we live like 8 minutes from each other here north of Denver, in between Denver and Boulder in Broomfield. And so we just started. I was like, that was right around the time I've been listening to hip hop my whole life. I've been listening to music my whole life. Kind of a poet by nature, but never really a musician by nature. And about 4 years ago, I really was like, I think I got something here. I think I got something here. And the band manifested itself. Just as the universe will provide for you when you really start to follow yourself and be real with yourself and who you're around. It can really kind of escalate in the best way quickly, right? So that's what happened with the invention of Mother Tongue and the conception of it. Currently, what you heard, that smooth melody that was singing on Far From Silver right there, is one of my best friends, my brothers. He lives in my house. He's the co-frontman. His name's Andorado on Instagram. Andy Steedick is his name. Extremely talented man. Been producing EDM for 15 years almost. Been a singer and actor his whole life. So me and him are really co-frontman, which is a really kind of fun dynamic. Otherwise, so the bassist Rob Gedalian is not only just getting better and better at the bass. He's already a professional bass player and musician, and now he's just really specializing in bass playing, and he's just getting out of control good. And not only that, one of my raps, I refer to him as Harmony God, because any melody Andy comes up with, within 5 minutes or less, Rob's like, no, I got 3 harmonies for that. Here they are. And I mean, and he's not only can he hear it, he can perform it while he's playing the bass, which I don't know if you've ever tried to fucking play an instrument and do it. Like I try to do Shimmy Shimmy Ya by ODB and rap it. I still haven't got that down. And I know that song fucking hard as fuck, but it like playing instruments and performing with your mouth it blows my mind. So Rob's an amazing example of that. Then we move on to our guitar player who's, I grew up with a lot of classic rock and blues rock influence. So Sean Malcasian is his name. And he's been a professional musician since he was really like 16, 17. Just an absolute badass slayer on guitar and a composer. He really loves hip hop. He's from Jersey as well. And and Andy's from Jersey. Rob, is from Ohio, Michigan, kind of combined.
Michigan!
But yeah. And so, Sean just he really understands hip hop and he really likes conscious hip hop and that old school shit. So he really understands how to make a lot of the music behind what's going on, because if you've ever seen a live hip-hop band like in person, it's really hard. You have to mix the vocals really well, especially hip-hop.
Yeah,
I will agree with you because I've gone to some hip-hop shows and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't enthusiastic. Like I saw A$AP Rock and I was like expecting a show. His shoulders are slouched, he's got a belly, he's not like pronounced. He's not like, when you're performing, you got to put your chest like a fucking peacock.
Wait, are you saying A$AP Rock or ASAP?
Yes, ASAP. Yeah, ASAP.
Or
A$AP Rock is one of the best lyricists that's ever been.
Yeah, because I was curious about is it A$AP Rock or ASAP?
A$AP.
Oh, I've seen A$AP Rock before, but he's not that bad.
All I'm
like,
saying
come
was
on.
like in his performance, I wasn't like moving, I wasn't doing anything. I was more like analyzing, and then when he finally did a freestyle, then I was like, oh my god, like my face, right? But before that, I wasn't. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm joking, but
no, it's a funny thing because I've been to a lot of different festivals and stuff. So a lot of those festivals, I've seen a lot of good hip hop artists. And in 2013 at Bonnaroo, I got to see Nas and Kendrick on the same day. And unfortunately, I was a little underwhelmed by Kendrick, to be totally honest, on the live set. How dynamic his voice is in the studio sounds, what they really do. I love how many different types of voices and delivery he has. In live, it was kind of monotonous. It was still really good, but it was just kind of monotonous. Whereas Nas, legend. It was a clear like difference. And there was Kendrick and a lot of people that are like under the age of 25 use backing tracks, which I will never do in my career. And Nas didn't do that either. So there's that aspect to it too. So I've been to like almost 2,000 concerts. Go ahead.
I get what you're trying to say because like there is a little bit to like translating certain things live, like because like certain things that are born in the studio don't always translate well, and it's not even because the music is intrinsically bad or whatever the thing is. It's just more like the experience is captured in one way, and since it's received and captured in one way, seeing it past that medium is going to be a little bit of a challenge to somebody who's just a casual listener and whatnot.
Well, I seen Danny Brown live and he killed that shit. He does all the voices and everything.
Right.
Like,
and that's the other thing on me. I've been to so many hip hop, like the most hip hop concerts I've been to is Atmosphere, and that dude brings it every single time. And that's my main hip hop influence right there. Is Slug from Atmosphere.
I was just listening to God Love Ugly like 2 seconds ago.
That's a classic.
Amazing. And so
American and herpes and hot dogs.
Which line was this?
Yeah, he had the line herpes and hot dogs for sure. I can't remember which track that's from. I want to say it's from Guns and Cigarettes. It's like way back in the day.
Yeah,
It's
that
a
was a
song where
good
he think
record.
he saw his dad.
Oh, yeah,
Saw
he has a couple.
I look just like you.
Oh, that's
It's just,
yesterday. That's
Oh
yesterday.
yeah,
Yesterday.
that was off of the
One of his
singer
best.
songwriter
Trying
album.
to
Yeah,
balance.
exactly.
I call that the singer songwriter album.
He was more of a kind of a folk singer in a way.
Yeah.
It's habitat. It's a change. It's my car. It's my attitude. Okay, I'm done.
Scapegoat.
We got a
Amazing.
question. We got a
Scapegoat,
question.
yeah.
Are y'all on the radio?
I see
though?
that.
If not, okay, go ahead. With your
No, I see
answer.
that, Scott. Yeah, thanks for sure. So we haven't got out to radio yet. We really only have 7 songs released to the public at the moment. We played a bunch, like 40, 50 shows. That's been going really well, and so we kind of keep it going, which kind of, when you're practicing set lists to nail that, you don't really get to do as much studio time as far as all of us, because this isn't our full-time job yet, right? So we're mixing in, as many of us are doing, mixing in all these other aspects of life and trying to get it all done at the same time. But KBCO is a local radio station in the Boulder County area that I would love to get on, because it does a lot of alternative and local sounds. So, I'm a Colorado native, and I believe in local everything and helping people that are closer to you, because the more that we're strong in the center of where we're at, then that's more strong centers, creative, a better network throughout the whole community, nation, state, whatever. So short answer, no, we're not on radio yet, and the other answer, but if you look at radio being Spotify, then yeah, certainly we are on Spotify, right? And that's what radio is now. Like where we all grew up, radio, we turned it in, all that stuff, and had commercials. And fuck commercials, by the way. And except for any commercials that are going on, stay woke or not, of course.
Hey.
But yeah, I want to make sure I get back to answering who's in the band. So Sean Malcasian is an amazing guitarist, and personally, guitar is my favorite instrument. So he kind of plays like I would always want to play if I could, and couldn't be more grateful for him. He's fucking hilarious. The sense of humor between our whole band is really great. Everything is fun that we do, and I won't ever do this if it's not fun, for sure. There's challenging times, right? But if it's not fun overall, I'm not going to show up. In my whole life, that's been true for me. So like, I've lived a pretty unique life. And then finally, we have an amazing drummer, Jordan Bettner. He was in this awesome drum line called the Blue Knights, which is like a badass snare drum line, like super high level, competitive level, Nick Cannon shit. And just amazing. So J Bones is not only he can sing, he can harmonize. He's a producer himself. Everybody in the group besides me is a producer, kind of plays a bunch of instruments. I'm just the one guy that's like, loud and tall, looks like Jason Momoa.
All right, just so you guys have a frame of reference, these are the band members, which kind of leads into my next question. Ba-da-da-dum. All right, let me just lower this real quick. What similarities or differences do you have with frontman Andy Spedick? Spedick,
yeah. Cool. So pretty good question. We have way more similarities than we do differences. We're both Virgos. I'm 1 year older than him.
I'm
so
surrounded by my kind.
Yeah, so
Virgo.
Huh?
I've enjoyed Virgos. I enjoy all people. I do my best, honestly, but I do have a lot of Virgos and Geminis in my life. Those are the two that I see coming a lot.
If you look at my tattoo, this is the element that rules us all. You can't really tell, but it's the Mercury element.
Nice. But yeah, so another hilarious similarity is he and I are some of those cats that, him being an actor, me being an MC, have the ability to memorize a lot of lines. We watch a lot of pop culture and stuff. So we're those people that constantly quote different movies back and forth to each other, and even different episodes of specific things. So we have a lot of our taste in similarity as far as like movies and shows go. We have, generally before we kind of started integrating into each other's lives, our musical tastes were quite a bit different. He was more, kind of Cage the Elephant, some of these other, Manchester Orchestra, really amazing songwriter, almost alternative rock stuff. And I've mostly been, Pretty Lights, who's like electro hip hop, grammatic electro hip hop, and Atmosphere, The Roots, all the classic hip hops, Gangstar, Black Star, the list goes on. We can list them on, but so that was kind of a big difference, and then I'm a Colorado native and he grew up in Jersey, which, that's a cool regional difference as well. I love just how different, people come up in different states. But yeah, we both are, we always make jokes about just being the two blue-eyed white guys in front of all these badass players.
Love it. Okay, this one's more for you. Irek, you take it.
Okay. Can you explain the motto? There are only two types of people in life: those who show you how to be and those who show you how not to be.
For sure, this is one of my favorite philosophies to share, and I think it's an important kind of aspect to understand about how to respect every human you interact with, no matter where they're at in life, no matter how old they are, all that kind of stuff. Hi, Delilah. That's my lady right there. Andy and I, we like to joke a lot, for sure.
Thank you for pulling up.
Like me.
So, in so many, one of the reasons I stopped watching sports, for instance, because I used to be a pretty good athlete and cared about my Broncos, my local sports or whatever. But when I really started to try to be in touch with myself, I try to stop having any divisions between people as much as I can. And so many, are you Republican? Did you wear a mask? Did you get a vax? There's all these different reasons to differentiate ourselves or actually divide ourselves, right? And I think when you can boil it down, as far as I can see, there's really only two different types of people in the world. And everybody has something to teach you, either how to be or how not to be. So if somebody was an asshole to you and it made you feel weird, that's an example of like, I don't want to do that to another person. Like, that fucking sucked. I would never put that energy on somebody else. Or you're like, damn, that was kind of fucking dope. What does my version of that look like?
All right, I think that's a good answer. Are you guys sufficed? Is that a sufficeable answer?
If that's what he believes in, bro, that's what it is.
It is what it is. I was just checking with the dudes. All right, next. All right. Chill. Okay. Okay. Next one. Mick, take it with enthusiasm.
What about conscious rap are you attracted to?
So, I mean, the entirety of it, mostly the fact that once I really started putting my own thoughts on paper and waking up myself and understanding my self-awareness, just increasing my own self-awareness, I think that's the reason that conscious rap exists. And I think that's the goal of conscious rap, is to just individually raise everybody's self-awareness, because the more of us that are self-aware from the inside out, by the nature of things, there will be, less hardships in the world as far as I'm considered. So, anybody, wherever you come from, once you get to a point where you're self-aware enough that you want to start becoming more self-aware, everybody can get to that point right there. You can get to a point where you want to increase your self-awareness. And I think most of us put in that work, which I think a lot of us are. I think that's, why we have a podcast called Stay Woke or Not. There's a lot of people getting to this point of like, almost like that 60s and 70s hippie movement, which, where we start to just own our own feelings and stop externalizing so many things in the world and start taking ownership over what we can control. And that's where the real power lies, because if you put power in something external, oh, that dude fucking gave me a bad day, you gave him all that power. You don't have any control over your own happiness at that point. And that's what, I think that's where depression lies in. And I have been depressed. My depression runs in my family. My mother actually committed suicide a couple of years ago, 3 years ago almost. And
dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry for your loss, man.
Yeah, it's nothing like that, man. That's for sure. I've been through all kinds of stuff, but nothing like that. But she's with us all the time. So, and that's, another reason is like, I just want people to be happy. I'm a big, happy, fucking fun-loving guy. I like people to have a good time. I want people to feel heard and understood and safe. And, I'm 6'5", 225-pound guy. I can provide that space for people, and I do all the time. So, how can I do that when we're in different rooms 2,000 miles apart? Hopefully through my lyrics.
Right. Okay. I have a lot of questions after, and I have to keep counting how many I have to do. Okay. Are you ready for a new question, or are you ready to show some more tunes?
That's a taste show. It's your show, so.
Oh God, my choice. Okay. All right. But I want to hear some more. Okay. I like Dead Rabbit.
Dope.
Okay.
That was a good track.
If you guys can mute your mics for favor, I will play Dead Rabbit over here on Spotify.
I'm like a little dead rabbit on the road. I got bad habits going in the unknown. People they ask why I grab it and go. I say relax, it's a lot that I chose. I won't stay just to remind. This whole place floods me from inside. My soul craves us, keeping in mind. Better hope makes a must easy to find. Do you learn as much as out from word to sound? Hear a whisper in the wind, say do and lie. You can't keep the knobs that'll keep you trying. I hope Meditations, yes, I rise. And I learn from my best, but it's all inside a vision I see when I close my eyes. But if then I close, open mind, well, through this life so smoothly glide. Say another word. Don't say another word. A light I feel like broken since you kissed me with your curse. Don't say another word. Don't say another word. I'm headed back onto my feet when you kicked me to the curb. If you find yourself having these tendencies of gravity, force of habits, having people mad at you, where you're standing, I'm your rabbit, black hole heaven, hope you haven't grabbed that ass, cause we're flipping tails, could be falling fast, you don't feel me now, inside of the tracks, but you back to my waiting hand, people wanna say, we're the addicts, but they're the fanatics, always at it, what you having, goddamn, it's me, goddamn, it's me. Don't say another word, don't say another word, I might have feel like broken since you kissed me with your curse, don't say another word. Don't say another word. I'm headed back onto my feet when you kicked me to the curb. Don't say another word. Might I feel like broken since you kissed me with your curse. Don't say another word. Don't say another word. I'm headed back onto my feet when you kicked me to the curb. Don't say another word. Don't say. Don't say another word. Don't say another word.
Yes, I love it. Oh my god, when are you guys coming to the end of the world? Shut up, computer. Oh, and listen. Okay, thank you. If you guys don't realize, I'm absolutely a maniac. That's why you're here. Okay, moving on.
I hope you're actually not sick, Vocal Dinosaur.
Vocal Dinosaur, are you sick?
Estoy muy enfermo.
Yeah, I know you were saying I saw that. I just saw that you were saying your allergies are whipping you real bad.
Why are you muted, bro?
So you can't hear me wheezing into the mic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the allergies drained down into my chest and it triggered my bronchitis. So I'm like wheezing crazy right now. That's why I keep muting myself.
Damn, man.
Word. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I read this article yesterday about like the world record in new pollen being in our atmosphere right now for whatever reason. So I'm feeling it here in Colorado as well. So sorry to hear that, man. Make sure you get well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he's in the South. You're kind of in high mountainous terrain. I think when I was in Austin, Texas, that shit kicked my ass. My ass. I flew back to LA to be in a feature film, and all in all, my allergies kicked my ass so bad I'm not in that fucking movie. So, fuck it! Fuck you, Texas!
No, Texas is for real. Every time I go home, it's all bad.
Like, oh my god, it's not only the behinds and the meat, but the nose, man, my nose. Okay.
You're dumb.
Fuck yeah.
All right, I can't remember how many questions I asked. This is such a fucking. You think I could get my shit together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. I have a fun little game for you because I have too many questions after this. Pick a number 1 through 10.
7.
Okay, anybody gonna go? Describe your creative process when you write new music.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, for me, there's a couple different processes. Oftentimes, just like a simple idea will come to me with the first line, just kind of a cool idea that has some cool syncopation to it, and I'll just keep writing it out. Like one of my ones on the Slick Portal thing I sent you is called Mozes the Yeti Poet, And I actually wrote that. So what I do for a living right now is I take a bunch of dogs, like 10 or 12 dogs off leash up in the mountains, and we run around for like an hour and a half. And then I bring them back home, drop them off, and that's all good. And so I wrote the reverse I was just talking about up on the mountains. So part of it is just like when I'm walking around, that's like my moving meditation things come to me. Oftentimes it's a very specific idea. So if we're in rehearsal and my whole band comes up with a cool song, Andorado comes up with a cool hook, then I'll use that as the topic for whatever I'm writing about. Other times I've written stuff to put on a SoundCloud or Spotify playlist of hip hop beats. Mm-hmm. Whatever speaks to me, I start writing something, and then I'll use that as a kind of the foundation for what I bring to Mother Tongue or one of my other projects. So there's just a lot of stuff because I've never been able to make my own music to this point, so I have to use a lot of other external sources for the beats, the sounds. But now that I'm learning more about wordcraft, I'm starting to try to come from a different syncopation first, and then have people write songs around that. So it's been really evolving. Again, I've only been writing songs for like 2.5 or 3 years. So that answer will be different in 6 months, I'm sure.
So every song we're listening to, you wrote, and then all in all with your band, you guys have figured out the arrangement and the melody and so forth, right?
Right. So those two songs, Dead Rabbit and Far From Sober, the band had created the music already. And when we were in practice, I just like freestyled over it. And then I started writing something. Once we're like, oh yeah, let's work on that song, I started, writing something for it. So those ones I wrote for the music that was created by the band.
Now kind of, this is not part of my question, but now that I'm realizing, like I freestyle and then I realize my gems in that process. And then Irek and Mick, I guess you guys, I'm kind of curious about everybody's processes and how they go. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so I do it a lot of different ways. I actually can make beats. So sometimes I make beats and I write to that. Or I have pre-writtens when I get ideas. I jot them down in my notes on my phone. And then a lot of times, I have a lot of different like inflections and styles because I usually rap with the beat. So that the beat would bring out a different inflection, a different sound or whatever. And then sometimes when like I done wrote some cool songs, but it's not working on this beat. So I take it off and then I find a beat that I like. And then I put it with that. And I was like, oh shit, I got like a song 75% done. Let me just go ahead and finish it off. So.
Dope.
Meek Miller. Meek, Mike, is it Mike? I'm an idiot. I've been with you so long. I always say Mick, and then you come in like Mike, and I'm like,
he said Mike, you said Mick, and then you just said Meek, so you could really do 3 of them.
I mean,
Mike check 1, 2.
I mean,
Mike familiar, baby.
how many different ways do you pronounce God across the world? So not taking it to heart.
Jesus.
Hallelujah,
Jesus,
you know what I'm saying? Like
God, Mick, Mike, Mick.
Shit like
wait. Jay-Z, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna happen sometimes. People are gonna mispronounce your name. I mean, like they did it to Kanye earlier in his career and shit. So like that. So like,
is it Kanye? Is it Kanye?
They called him Kane West one time, or Kenya, or Kenya.
You're African, right? Kenya. Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Oh, God damn it, white people.
I remember that. That was an interesting time. I was in, the funny thing is when I first heard that pronunciation, I was in like Target. Like I forget, like buying video games or some shit. And I'm just like, really? It's not that hard. Like there's harder names out there. There's harder names out there with accents and other shit in there.
What people from Clubhouse do with my name? They add an invisible E and they go Delia. I'm like, where's the fucking E?
How many fucking Delias have you met, Trent?
No, like it's not. I mean, no offense to your girlfriend.
I'm from the hood.
Delia, but like you had an E to me, and I'm like,
that's a fucking Key and Peele spit right there.
Like y'all can't read the I and the I.
Your ass in here.
Delia.
I know Delia. I swear I do. I don't know her, but I remember her.
Delia.
And then when that song comes on in the gym, I run. Hey there, Delilah. I'm like, no.
But a little bit of my process, it depends sometimes, because sometimes I get captivated by just like a concept, and then like I have to, I guess, write it down a bunch of different ways before I arrive at one solid conclusion. And I don't know, and sometimes like it works in my favor and sometimes it doesn't, because like, you know, when you try to force an idea to take a form instead of allowing it to flow into something, it kind of blocks the gems from pouring in.
Right.
So like I have to be fascinated by something, or I have to really be feeling something in order to come up with something like real good that I'm proud of or whatever.
Go ahead, Ira. It's your turn.
I just thought about this. Sometimes I done started doing this a lot more lately. I freestyle as I like I write maybe like 10% of a song, right? And then I freestyle like the next 4 to 8 bars. And then I was like, oh shit, I like that. And then I just like keep it. And then I like
Build
step
off
by
of
step.
that.
Yep. And just keep going. And then or I go and then like out of all the freestyle parts, I was like, oh, this shit is tight. Let me move this right here. So I'm like being a programmer at that point, just like moving this shit around, like, oh no, it's this
Copy
right
and
here.
paste, baby.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, what you both described comes to me the same way. What about you, girl?
Dalia.
Dalia.
Oh my God! Really? Let's get on my bad side on Monday, because it's already a fucking Monday. Okay, let's just fucking do it. Let's do it. Okay. So before I get into my next question, I thought it would be probably a good idea to kind of set up what y'all look like on stage with the linky you gave me. And now I'm gonna play it right now. Woohoo! Okay. So we are about to get into your performance link that you sent us. Anything that you want to disclaim before watching?
So, if I'm not mistaken, this is a song called Werewolf Dolphins from our live stream performance. And
what's the name again?
Werewolf Dolphins.
That's cool.
Yeah. So this is like
the dinosaur. There's a werewolf dolphin.
And by the way, because your throat is hurt, you are Bronchiosaurus for the night.
I support it.
Nice.
So Werewolf Dolphins, it's actually, the full title is Happy Little Werewolf Dolphins, because I have a reference to Bob Ross and Baba Ramdas in one lyric, and there's just a lot of, this is what I highlighted because there's a lot of crazy wordplay that like we can dissect each verse, and there's like a bunch of different stuff popping off. Like I had a dream where I was a werewolf and ended up riding this dolphin that looked golden to me. So that's actually like where it all came from. I have some crazy dreams. I talk about lucid dreaming and stuff a lot. And so this one came to me. And, you know, I hang out with dogs all the time. I'm a fucking big old cat running around the mountains. I look like a fucking werewolf or a yeti or something up there, you know? And so that's kind of what this song is about. And so one way we refer to werewolves is the word lichen, right? Which is Lycan. If you watch Underworld at all, you've seen this.
I got all of them on DVD.
You know what it is. And then another word, intimation of the word lichen is another. That's what you can call moss. Certain type of moss is called lichen. And so I have a lot of different plays on words between lichen and lichen.
That's like big brain into like sci-fi territory and like coming back. That's cool.
You got it.
I just like when I think like a werewolf dolphin, like I just imagine like, you know, you're walking against like, you know, a mountain coast overlooking a sea, and then like you hear wolves howling, but they're like, wait a minute, there's no wolves out here.
What the fuck was that?
Wait a minute. Then you go down the mountain because you want to be close.
All right, everybody, before we play the werewolf dolphin, I want you to make your best werewolf sound.
Hey, killer whales are the wolves of the sea, and they're the largest kind of dolphin.
Yes, for real.
Fact.
For real.
All right, we're going to get into it, boys and gals. So, Joe DiMaggio's and gentlemen, I can't say it. All right, woo, let's do it. Skip to the good stuff. All right, am I starting at 39, amigo?
Whatever that first time I sent you was.
Well,
let me look it up real quick.
Fuck a duck. I can't do it. I can't figure it out.
You...
Iraq, shut up, Iraq. I see with your eyes. I see with your eyes judging me.
Maybe I did that on Instagram. I don't know where I did that. I sent
you did do it on Instagram.
Time.
I think it was like 40, 15.
Yeah, 40 and 55 seconds.
Okay, 40, 50.
And that actually starts off with this funny concept and joke that I'm just gonna let it say. And then it goes into Werewolf Dolphins because this is fucking hilarious and you guys will love it, I think.
All right, ready? Aim, flyer, mute the mic.
This is amazing. I love that. It was great. Number one fan. 1.1. Another dead joke. So I have this idea of having I don't know if you've heard this one yet either, J Bars. A senior citizen in hip hop dance class. And what do we call that?
Broken hips?
Close. You're on the right track. Hip Hop Anonymous. Hip Hop Anonymous.
Sounds like a hospital trip, if I'm being totally honest.
Hip Hop Anonymous. It's also a reference to Mr. Deeds.
Yeah. Goddamn it, you give the kid all the easy words.
Big Daddy. That was Big Daddy. Hey, I got my Rob Schneider out of the place.
I'm just asking. It was a question.
It was Big Daddy. It was Big Daddy, yeah.
It wasn't me correcting you. It was a question.
It's all right. Well, it was Big Daddy, and you also corrected me at the same time. This one's called Werewolf Dolphins. How we doing? Good?
We feel good.
Never written again, I keep on fitting it in. I'm my type of on the screen, I write my suit with the pen. I'm the type you take a liking to, like I like it 2 or 3 to start a rope and leave the stone to gather me. Would you rather ride? Gather all my friends and roll and fly. You're the winter time, all this guy can try to be, I'd rather buy. What about that guy with that ribbon fly? And we on a golden dolphin, man, do I be high? I think I want a trip, cause none of this shit makes goddamn sense. Living in the future, perfect present, past tense, man. They won't relent, where have I been sent? All I see is excrement, all I hear is how I spent. Wasted time being who I've been. Listen while I'm the man. How my dreams lost all suspense. Well, they let the beast out, no, I'm coming it down, no. Well, they let the beast out, no, I'm coming it down. Liking it like the bees, like in a tree, do it like a throat. Like a tree will grab you by the throat. You beat the pieces like this beat is me. From the floor to the ceiling. Scratches keep you leaning, perfect for the morning, no, even the evening. Here comes the moon again. Maybe I should be leaving you down. Baby, moving to wait till you see me teething. Where we're beating robbery. Doesn't see what holding harvest beat. The stone's gotta stop to make the sky. The road's gotta rock to make it hot. The soul's gotta hit to make it hot. Opposite aesthetic, the music is electric. Don't forget the funky mother tongue, plastic, eclectic. Oh, they let the beast out now. One wild combing it down. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The moon goes behind a cloud in a momentary peak. The moon goes behind a cloud, but it's like the eye of the storm, 'cause now it's coming back. They let the beast out now. No, I'm coming it down. No, they let the beast out now. No, I'm coming it down. Whoop on the golden dolphin, man, the stream is lost. Lots of moving to the music, love up and I get lost in tossing cold and let it come. Get some lessons, even now do that. I'm not stuck in the frown. When I see I'm really upside down. How many was that pal? I never rush and say, okay, we turn the beat around. Push it is a dream, but I'd rather be here now. I'm about rock down. I be living spirit, shake the ground. Now I see how people get lost. Can you let me out? Put me in the tub, and the session is around. This is my sense of love. When you grab it to the hour, mommy, of the hell the wise will be waiting now. Oh, they let the beast out now. No, I'm coming it down. No, they let the beast out now. No, I'm coming it down. Coming it down. Coming it down. Woo!
Werewolf Dolphins. Bob Ross reference in there.
Bob.
Everybody, that was werewolf dolphin.
That might be my favorite song, bro. I can't lie to you.
Ow, my leg is frozen.
Don't be blowing hot smoke at me now, man. Come on now.
All right, this goes into my next question. Irek is going to ask you. Okay.
Tell us about the strangest or funniest moment on stage.
Word. A couple are coming to mind. So I helped open this really cool, like, Burning Man inspired art bar that does a lot of EDM house shows called Beacon in Denver here. Really cool bar and club. There's a badass little dance club. And in one of the special drinks that you have, you can get a big ass drink to share with your homies that comes in a fucking big ass glass like that. And we put a rubber ducky in it, like all kinds of different types of rubber duckies. Everybody gets a different one. And so the first time that a live band played at this club was my band. And all my homies that were behind the bar just started throwing these fucking rubber duckies across the whole fucking thing. I mean, like making it rain, throwing 10, 15 at a time. People were getting fucking hit. You know what I'm saying? It was just fucking right in the middle of the song. And it was actually right before Far From Sober, the song we listened to earlier. So that was really funny, I thought. And so I say, what is this that's creeping up? I'm looking at an empty cup. And this time I said, I'm looking at a sailor duck, because the duck that hit me was like a sailor duck. So that was pretty funny. You know, I try to keep it pretty loose. I write down about 1 or 2 dad jokes on my little set list for reminders if somebody broke a string or something, you know, like here's something to fill some time. So I like to think the whole fucking thing's funny, because I'm here to tell you that life is a cosmic joke, and the less serious you take it, the better you're gonna have an outlook. You know, of course, sad things happen. People's moms die. All this shit happens, right? But the more that you can have a perception of, you know, making it funny and just laughing at it, you're just gonna be happier overall. So that's, you know, kind of my overall approach to life, and I like that to come through on stage. Strange, you know, some of the times, you know, DJs always talk about it, like play Sweet Home Alabama or fucking, you know, whatever, play Ice Ice Baby or whatever. So when people like request shit to you while you're performing something, you're just like, motherfucker, like, did you get paid to be up on stage right now making music for these people? I didn't think so. So no offense, but I'm not gonna fucking play Sweet Home Alabama in the middle of my fucking set, dude. So like that happens.
DJ.
Yeah, and that happens. That doesn't happen so often, you know, because people understand to keep their distance. But one really magical moment was the last time we played the song "Come Down." I think it was our lead singer Andy that just like laid down after he sang his part. He just straight up laid down on stage, and then our guitarist like went down and started playing on his ass, and I sat down. Our bass player sat down, and literally like 80 people in the fucking crowd just all sat down and listened to the rest of the song with us. So that was a pretty powerful and cool moment to talk about on stage.
That's cool.
Rubber ducky, everybody throw your ducky.
That sounds like fun, though.
I actually had a sailor duck, and then all right, never mind. Okay.
I got a big green duck.
The green duck?
It's a big green duck.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you know what? When I was in Boston, I was 12, and they let me like drive the duck boat under the bridge, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
The World War II fucking duck boat thing
is in my hands right now. Like,
I'm actually going to Boston next month.
Dude, get on the rubber ducky. It starts on the ground, and then the wheels go inside or whatever, and then you become a fucking duck, and then maybe they'll let you drive the duck boat, and then we can share the same memory of not killing anybody.
Yeah, fuck a duck. Yeah.
Fuck a duck, fuck a duck, fuck a duck. What's up? What's up? What's up? With the next question? Okay.
Is your on-stage persona different or the same from the persona at home?
I don't know. I'm trying to get this curl. How did this do that?
Werewolf dolphin.
Yeah. Goddamn dolphin coming up on my goddamn mic. So, no, I mean, I try not. Honestly, not really. I'm pretty much the same person. I do get in the zone. Being a pretty high level athlete, I always had my game day mentality where I really didn't talk to anybody. I'm going to perform. I didn't see the end of this thing. I'm fucking getting there, you know? And so I've already made the set list. We've done the rehearsal. I'm pretty focused on show day. So I would even say before I'm on stage, like that last 2 hours before I'm on stage, I'm like, that's when I'm a different person. I don't really talk to anybody. I'm, at all, pretty much. I'm pretty much focused. I talk to my bandmates and that's it. Otherwise, I'm like trying to include everybody in the room, being real funny, engaging, try to listen to people's points because I do think everybody has something to teach us. So I'm trying to integrate that person all the time, which is another reason. So my mother named me Morgan, and I love the name Morgan. But when I first started using a rapping handle, I created this idea of osmosis because I feel like I'm blessed with this brain that can just like learn stuff just by like paying attention and just like you absorb it literally, you know. And so my rapping name originally was OZ space Moses, osmosis. And then one day I freestyled going back to our earlier conversation, I freestyled this idea of Moses the poet. And I'm like, man, that kind of sounds dope. So that's where that came from. So, kind of, I have created a persona, but that persona is also how I identify, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Quick impromptu question. Would you say that persona that you get in that zone with on stage was it birthed from like you being an athlete in the past and having that mentality? Or is it very similar to that one? Like, does it play off each other?
I think it's a really good question. And for me personally, yes, because, I'm up there with the band. You got to communicate with your team members. You got to see what's going on so you can get to what's going on. What are the changes? Where's help needed? Whatever. So there's a lot of translatability between both of them for me.
Athletes understand.
Yeah, it really just like accomplishing shit, no matter what, you fucking fell over, you turned it over, the game's not over, you got to keep going. I missed a fucking lyric, don't fuck up, don't miss a second lyric, don't make that second mistake, right? So there's definitely a lot of that that translates, I would say. Yeah, for sure. That's a good question, I think. So
that brings me to a memory. I was in this play, right? And I was the evil, the Evelyn of it, right? I was the evil one. And in the middle, not me. I don't know why I'm the evil one. My favorite scene was where I go, oh, you're boring. Pow, pow. Now go make me a martini. And it's just like, that was my character, right? I was like, shut up. Go get me a drink, bitch. And then I guess in the middle of the play, this bitch said to me, you just missed a line in front of the audience. And
bitch, the show goes on.
I was mortified, bro.
Bitch, make me a martini.
I was mortified, and it wasn't even an important fucking line, but she said it on stage in front of everyone, and then Monique is in the back, and I was just like, dude, she's a fucking bitch. Just let it go. Just don't even do anything. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna kick your ass.
The crowd didn't even know. The crowd didn't know until she opened her mouth.
Right, bitch, you called me up. Nobody even knew the difference between you and Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I'll never forget that. That was the most mortifying moment as a performer. Was for someone to just be like, "You forgot your line." I'm like, "Well, could you fucking improv, idiot face?"
That's a gold medal in the awkward Olympics.
Yeah,
I think I've got it, guys. I've got the awkward one.
Hey, I can't lie. I had a piano solo one time, and then the girl that I was doing the duet with, I talked shit to her before we went on stage because I was like, I killed this fucking solo. This is my shit. That was the one time I fucked the solo up, boy. I was like, I was like, fuck it, and kept going. After it's over, and then she's like, looked at me, and she's like, that's what you get. And I was just like,
oh shit, I deleted the question. Oh, damn it, Dahlia, I'm an idiot. All right,
only we could think for ourselves.
Okay, apparently I already asked it, and then I deleted the one I didn't ask. I deleted the wrong one. All right. Oh, fuck. Oh wait, no, there's more. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, collect yourself. Okay. When people listen to your music, who do they say you sound like?
That's a fun question as well, because like I said, we kind of cover a lot of different sounds. We often we'll get something like Sublime with some of our kind of reggae surfer rock, but like, skateboard, weed smoking surfer rock kind of shit. We've got Red Hot Chili Peppers. We've got Gorillas a couple times,
I could definitely see Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. I think that's got, and that means a lot to me. That's one of my, I do like Red Hot. Like we just covered Give It Away. Give it away. We just covered that in our last show. We actually covered Clint Eastwood by Gorillas the last show too. So oftentimes when we do covers, I'll just like throw a freestyle on my favorite musical part, But for Give It Away and for fucking Clint Eastwood, I was like, I'm not gonna. That's one thing I'm trying to change about with my performance with the hip hop community is like, I've been to so many different types of concerts, literally almost 2,000 concerts in my life from all different types. and everybody does covers for their musical taste and talking about the other. But like in hip hop, you don't really do covers. You know, people might freestyle on a beat. Like I might freestyle on fucking
JPEG Mafia.
Okay, so there's some things that I'm probably missing for sure, but I haven't seen many options where people are doing different covers. You know, it's not out of the.
It definitely is a rare occurrence because like there's Rappers Delight with Redman, Eric Sermon, and like Def Squad and stuff like that. So, but it doesn't happen that often.
Right, there's samples happen all the time. But
yeah. Well, the caveat what you said, like he's like the only modern rapper I can think that does like covers, and like he would do JPEG Mafia, JPEG Mafia. Okay. So he'll do like a Britney Spears, or he'll do like TLC, and then like he'll sing it in like a crazy auto tune, and then he'll make the beat behind it, and then like I was like, the fuck, this TLC ain't it? Like that's the only rapper I know that does that.
Yeah, what does happen a lot though, where the covers don't happen in hip hop a lot, is that like references to other people are made. 100%. A lot of references to other people are made, like whether it be in passing or you're using the idea of an old song that somebody else made to branch the idea of a new song. Like POS did that with one of De La Soul's records, where he was just like, I am Pastanus and need a new generation of, like, you know, he took that song and made something else out of it. So sampling
is really the basis of it. And so because we've had such a good reception live, I've been trying to integrate some of those things live, and often I'll just do my own freestyle or a verse I thought worked pretty well with it. We actually covered Britney Spears' Toxic, by the way, and it was fucking pretty tight. It's a fucking badass track. I don't give a fuck who you are. That shit's tight.
Oh, it is.
So, you know, we're part of this movement that's trying to like empower every individual, especially women, so they can feel more safe and be themselves and stuff like that. So something I do often on stage is like kind of sexualize myself. I'm a big tall guy with a six pack, so I'll wear nothing on stage and wear scantily clad shit just to kind of put that in people's in front of their face in another way, so that people can kind of get normalized with the gender fluidity that exists these days, which I think is fair. Because, you know, I'm being in Colorado, I really love the Southwest culture. And you and I, Dahlia, talked about the homie with the Southwest Native American culture on our phone call. And one of the things they believe in is that there's 7 like different gender identities or sexualities in a lot of different tribes. And I think they didn't make anybody feel weird for anywhere that they were at in one of those 7 spots. It was just like, okay, we know who you are. All good. And I think that's a strengthening thing. So that's something I try to bring up to stage.
I feel like that's very important to accept people how they are, like come as you are.
100%.
Yeah, the next guy, if you guys want to tune in for Wednesday, I have Mocha J, who is gender fluid and in an open marriage. So all in all, like we have a very eclectic variety bunch, as you can tell. We're the strange Brady bunch of the internet. And then I'm excited for that one because I get to ask the juicy questions. I already have them written out in red pen. It's going down. Okay. What are you most excited about with your latest song release? I need you sent me a bunch of stuff, and then I listened to new stuff on SoundCloud, and then I got immersified in making sure people are here. So I don't know.
It's all good. Yeah, I'll take my own direction with that question. So like, the band is literally, since I grew up such like a classic rock blues head, this is really music that I've want to hear, because it's like hitting the guitar, hitting that classic rock stuff, moving into funk, moving into conscious hip hop, which I care about the most. So everything my band does is great. Something that I'm really excited for and would like to, you know, peel back the curtains a little bit for everybody is this new, I'm getting a little feedback by the way, is this new project, Slick Portal, who Andorado is the producer of. So Slick Portal is this really cool, like hard electro hip hop project, a little harder on the beats in the electro category than something like Run the Jewels, but kind of similar idea, if you can kind of just idealize that.
Now I remember. Yeah, that's what you sent me. Okay.
Similar enough that you'd be like, okay, I see what you're saying. Or like Dr. Fresh, DJ Snake. If you listen to any hard electro EDM, those would be like 2 people that integrate hip hop already. So the project is called Slick Portal. We have a 5-song EP called Wall of Sound that's going to come out this year, hopefully in the summer. Honorado, again, the co-frontman, the lead singer of Mother Tongue. My roommate, my brother, is the producer of all those tracks. And obviously, I'm on there opening my mouth and putting words out. It's just so cool. It's something that's like, you've heard a couple examples of it, but mostly, again, it's samples of a dope-ass hip-hop verse that I put on my electro song. These were written for each other. So that kind of adds a different dynamic of syncopation and stuff like that, which, the few people that we got to show it to are just like kind of blown away by it. So something to get back to a challenge that we mentioned earlier is like, when people see my band live, they're always like, fucking A, you guys are tight. God dang, that was really fun time. We've never had somebody come back from our Spotify listen like, man, you guys are fucking dope. Like, oh, that was really good. That was professionally produced. It sounded cool. Pretty much a thumbs up. But in person, it's like, fuck yeah. But the Slick Portal EP, every person is like, fuck yeah, no matter where they're listening or how they're listening to it. So that was really exciting. I'm also in the works of creating like a classic old school hip hop, because that's what has my heart is real conscious vibes. And that, that would go back to Tribe Called Quest, The Roots, all these cats. So I have a lot of my first individual album under Moses the Poet will be like a classic hip hop release.
You should definitely hit up Mike Familiar because he makes crazy good boom bap beats.
I would love to work with you, man. And I got money too. One of my lines on fucking the Slick Portal one's like, I ain't no sucker who wants beats for free.
Yeah, y'all need to pay some money to get what you want. Toxic. All right. Who's ready? I segued. Wee-hoo. Who's ready for the last question?
I can take that one.
Oh, you can? Can you do with some enthusiasm?
I'll take that one.
A little enthusiasm before I give you the question.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sick. I'm bringing it, cuz.
These are my boys for real. All right, let's give them what we got, Mick. When I say we, I mean you. Okay.
Who can you? Okay, so I was gonna comment on this question, but I'll ask it first. Who can you see Mother Tongue touring with in the future?
Yeah, it's an exciting question because gratefully my life has got me a pretty cool network here in Denver. And if y'all listen to any kind of contemporary funk at all, you might know the band Lettuce. Lettuce is a really dope fucking funk band. Adam Deitch is their drummer. They have all sorts of badass people in that band. And I know like 4 of the 8 members pretty well. And so I would really love to tour with them because they are funk and psychedelic. And that's what we're going for with our conscious hip hop as well. There's a band that's local that's called Float Like a Buffalo. That's kind of somebody we're trying to mirror their progression with.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, dope. Yeah, really dope name, especially out here in Colorado where the buffalo do roam, And another band. Yeah, for sure. Bison are crazy ass animals, and they also taste really fun.
Yeah, when I went to Denver, I was like, what the fuck? Ah!
They're running. Oh yeah. And then there's another like cool kind of funk jam band that I really like called Boombox that does some really cool stuff. Like, I don't know if you guys know much classic jazz, but there's a classic jazz head named Cannonball Adderley that was a monster on the saxophone. And they sample one of his songs, for instance. I think it's called Waiting Around by Boombox that samples this just sick ass saxophone sample. So something like that, something that's kind of this new age funk, I think would probably be our best success and our biggest fit.
Yeah, I can definitely see you doing that. I can also see you doing stuff with Flowbots.
And Flowbots is based out of Denver. I know both of those dudes personally, meaning his older brother and Johnny Five. So yeah, Flowbots would
Damn, you the plug.
Mm-hmm.
You're the plug.
Yeah, I mean,
I've definitely see you doing that. And
they have a live band too, so that live band hip hop would be why you brought that.
Yeah, like and like definitely like gym class heroes.
Really?
I was going to say that earlier, but I didn't want to like offend you. I don't know.
No, I think that's so something that because I'm like, I'm a hipster at heart in some ways. Like, I don't want to do all the cool shit. I don't want to be Tupac, but at the same time, like, it's good. Like, if you believe in your message, why would you not make it more receivable by more people, right? So, like, if it comes to a little pop thing, but I still have my conscious hip hop going on, I don't think that's a loss. And now we got some money to play and do this another year. Like, you know,
you brought up like Run the Jewels earlier, and one of the things that I found with like their third record is just like, I don't listen to turn up records like this, but this makes me want to now.
I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty fucking tight, man. Goddamn.
I'm like, so
my ears are bleeding, but I'm okay with it. I have a napkin.
Well, on Gym Class Heroes, the Paper Cut Chronicles album, that shit has some heavy stuff on it.
Yeah,
they were writing about real shit, honestly. They were good performers. Like, I thought they're artistic, and that's something that I've come to adjust to after starting to make a little music. I'm like, man, I literally the first song I ever recorded. After that, I was like, I'm not gonna hate on anybody ever again making any songs out there, because fuck, it's hard. You're trying. That's fucking way harder than anything else. But at least you're showing up, motherfucker. And now it's all taste. That's all personal choice at that point. So why would you hate on anybody's expression of themselves? That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, just to add to that, when you start creating music, you get a lot more accepting to other people's music because you actually understand what it takes to make it. So it's not necessarily I hate it or I don't like it. It's just, it may not be my taste, but I'm down to listen to more, you know?
Right, exactly right.
I think you guys are open-minded enough for this, but I'm going to throw this out there. Would you be open to doing a freestyle ending cap episode thing? Okay.
Are we doing acapella? Are we doing acapella freestyle, or is it going to be beat happening?
No, we're going to have a beat. We're not uncivilized. We drink Evian. Are you kidding?
I'd be glad to open my mouth a little further.
Yo, should we show him the fucking bitch like a goldfish instrumental? I want to see that one.
That's a fun beat to freestyle too. So,
all right, Iraq, can you pull it up?
I got you.
Okay, cool. Okay, so many episodes ago, I don't know how this happened. I was very intoxicated, and I came up with the hook. Bitch, looking like a goldfish. I'm gonna take a shot. Tear you apart. And then anyways, that was the hook. And then now my dumbass is late on the show by not producing my lyrics. Guys, don't kill me. I'm too far away for it. But I know you want to.
Jones strike.
So yeah, bitch looking like a goldfish is my line. And then they need their lines. And then I just think this would be a fun way to kind of recap a show. I want to hear this toxic now. I'm very intrigued.
Word to Arrow, he produced this. That's my homie in Kosovo. He made this beat.
Oh wait, on the real. Who wants to go first?
I'm glad to go first.
I ain't going.
Bronchiosaurus
ain't got it right here, yeah. He's hurting today. I'm not gonna ask him to rap. It's hurting.
Okay.
He's a Bronchiosaurus, not a Verbosiraptor right now.
I'll drop it first.
All right, give it to us, Iraq.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
Oh, you want me to? Oh, my bad. I'm stupid. Okay.
I dropped it there.
Shut up, phone. Why do people call you when you're actually busy?
Because they love you.
I don't know about. I mean, you're right. They might. I don't know.
My dad called at all the wrong times.
Oh no, dude! It did that thing again. It said track not found. Why?
It's cool. I do it like this. Look, it's okay.
Why is it only with you on this planet Earth? Does it not be found?
Do that next link.
Okay.
Yeah, it was private. You had to make it public real quick.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go.
It working?
We're gonna get into an instrumental. Can you dig it? Okay. All right, here we go. Oh my god, yeah, leave your mics on. I'm nervous. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hey.
It's gonna play.
Yup. Be looking like a goldfish. I said, bitch, I look like a goldfish. Look like a goldfish, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, on some two shit. No shit, cause I won't wanna die. Take me over here, Colorado Mountain High. Maybe my high, feel like a smile, bitch. Understand, cause you know I like this. Fish, no rich, don't get it like this. I found myself on gigs, rich fish, don't no say anything that I wanna say. I'm the money man, yeah, cause I love the day. Right now is where I wanna be. Looking for a mic familiar, just take with me like.
Yeah. Oh, Dahlia, real quick.
It's hard as fuck to hear through all this thing.
Yeah, it's delaying real quick. So hold on.
No, I was in the middle of getting ready for my juice.
You heard it good. It was like,
and I'm like, I don't know where to do. Where's the downbeat?
I was like, I can't hear. I'm just gonna send it. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, we need a mute in between.
Yeah. That's what ended up happening, I think. So
okay, you know what? All right. I know this is like a little. I know we're reaching a time. Okay, I'll start, and then you guys mute, and then it's Moses, and then it's Mick. Why don't we try this? Okay, you guys agree with that? Okay, so
that works.
Uno, dos, tres. Okay, in the same line. Wait, where are you going, Mick? You don't get to go. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm gonna start with we're gonna redo. Okay, ready? Bitch, looking like a goldfish. I'ma take a shot, tell you apart, take you for the after party. Tell your homies that they don't know when to start. I'm nervous. Who's the one that tries to get you on your curtains? Everybody looking at me like I'm certain. Write it on the wall. Who's the one that print it all? 5150. I guess I give it all. What? And I never meant to get no secrets. So your friends, we can keep it. Throw it out the window. Blame it on crescendo. I got Latinos that like what you doing. Yo, I'ma give it off the mic. Tell her what I want, whether you like it on the mic. Bitch, looking like a goldfish for the night. Why you wipe off your face so right?
Fish underwater.
Just got you by the tail, no cot, no drop. Part of me on the beat. Get it, man. Is it Nick? Is it Mike? Is it me? I don't know, but I'm about to get familiar. Over here like that, cause I wanna keep on chilling. Indeed, into my cilia. Do you know what I mean? Maybe like my cilia. Talk about that mushroom tip. Over here like that, cause I got my mushroom tip.
Mick,
back in the circle, back in the surface, back in the places, and back in the purpose, and back in the hill, and I'm backing for places, I'm backing for fishes, I'm backing for purses. I am a fish out of water. I am a fish with a scale. I am a piece on the place. I'm looking for shocks, cause I'm on the rail. I'm on the wave, or I'm just catching a leg, or I am just catching the shade. Catching for shake of the shade. Going for shaking is probably just burning like sage. I'ma be smelling the odor, smelling the aromas. I'm probably just making me sober. Let's go where it started. It is always beginning. I'm making it go until it just is over.
Till it's just over. Till it's just over. And the bitch is coming over. Like, I love that bitch. She's so toxic. But I guess I'm about to get rocket. I stay woke or not. It's up to you. I guess I got a game on the few. Put it on the chest. Who's the one that plays the best? Who's the one that got another game? Put it on your chest. Yo, I like that soul sister type. Blame it on your bro sister, right? We go for the shy pockets at night. They don't know about me. Try to buy me. Everybody run their mouth. Bitch, like a goldfish.
Looking like a goldfish.
Looking like a goldfish.
Looking like a goldfish.
An actual goldfish.
Dolphin.
But what was that? I forgot. Let's stay woke or not.
You're not a werewolf dolphin. I'm telling you, I'm a tiger
The
shark.
producers in the chat.
The
producer in the chat.
Oh shit.
He said Dahlia killed it. Arrow pulled up. Hey.
Did I kill it? I just want to
It's
know.
a fun little beat.
That was
Did I
fun.
kill it? I killed it. Did I kill it? I
Yeah,
didn't
you did,
kill
you did.
it. That means that
He liked
Like,
it.
I like when Mike said I'm a fish out of water. I'm like, hell yeah, that's a fucking. I love those kind of analogies like that, man.
Oh,
Dude,
look at him.
I think we got in the pocket, yo. I think we did it. I think we did
That was
it.
fun.
That was
We
worth it.
went from werewolf
I love
dolphins.
chicken.
So we went from werewolf dolphins to fucking goldfish. I mean, come on, Scoops. If this is not you know, some fucking alternative. I don't know what
Okay,
is.
werewolf dolphin. You need to hit up like somebody in your circle who does a film and make that like a B movie. real
Oh,
quick.
no doubt, right? I'm imagining like a B version of a B version of Thriller.
Thank you.
You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like Black Dynamite meets Thriller. Like total
Yes.
just fucking full on spoof film. You know what I'm saying? Like that is what I imagine for that one. Like literally me with nothing on, wearing riding a golden dolphin. Like it's gonna be hilarious.
Wait, is it almost like oh my God, you're Atreyu and never ending story.
Oh my god.
I love
That's
Atreyu.
giving me a lot of credit. That's giving me a lot of credit.
You have to pull the werewolf dolphin out of the mud before you get your ending scene, so you kind of have to prove it at some point.
Yeah, Excalibur's got to happen at some point, I guess. But it'll just be
All
a
right,
mic.
Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining Stay Woke or Not. Tonight was with Moses the Poet, Mick Familiar, Irek Savage, and of course, mwah. If you guys know what time it is, the website's down. Fuck it. Get me on the gram, Stay Woke or Not. And then also go visit Mother Tongue. Follow, like, subscribe, dig it at night, you know, put it on your playlist, do funky things to it. Get on Natradelics. I don't know. I'm just running my mouth. Thank you guys so much. And Charles, happy music.
Much love.